You know, I really believe that in so many ways, my having gone through a liver transplant and 11 years on that waiting list, in so many ways helped us, kind of prepared us for this and other things in our lives that have come, but difficulties, because we really truly have realized that we can do hard things and we can get through hard times. I'm Lynn Steadman, and this is my wife Susan. We've lived in Raft River for 46 and a half years. We originally moved from Utah and have settled here, and we're farmers, and we love this area, and we've made this our home. We're glad to be here. So we had traveled to Arizona to see one of our daughters and spend a little time with her and her family, and from there we went to New Mexico and spent a couple of days with a daughter there and her family. And we were on the way home. It was early afternoon, and one of the neighbors called, the closest neighbor, and said, "Your garage is on fire." And she was crying, and I heard Susan scream, and I was in the trailer. We were loading, actually we sell commodities in buckets, and we were loading corn at the time. And I heard Susan scream, and then she was crying, and she walked back to tell me, and I'm, what are you talking about? And anyway, and then it was shortly after that, other neighbors called to tell us that the whole house was on fire. And then others called to tell us that things were completely out of control and didn't look like they were going to be able to save anything. And of course, that was a tough time. So we left that location. That was Cortez, Colorado, and come immediately home. But that took us the rest of the day. And then we had to stop at night just because we were so tired. And emotion is taxing on a person. And all we could do is think about, you know, what could have actually happened, and what we lost and what we didn't lose. And anyway, we finally got here the day after, late afternoon. And gratefully, 2 of our children and their spouses were here to greet us, and we felt their love, and we were grateful someone was here. That would have been really hard to just be alone and see that.
We found out the flagpole was still standing, and Lynn had put a metal cable on it last year, and so on the way home we bought a flag. So
we had bought a flag the week before, actually, and we realized that was in the garage and it would be gone, so we bought another new one. And when we got here, with the kids' help, we put a flag up, and that was a kind of a symbol for us of our determination to move forward and raise our own flag of determination to go forward and rebuild and start over. So
we had to look on the other side of this and say, well, I've been gonna declutter for a long time. I just got it done faster than I thought I would.
Well, the truth is, she wanted a different carpet, and she got her way. She's gonna get new carpet. You know,
there's nothing we can do about it, just move forward. Just everything will turn out. We know everything will turn out.
Well, so when we found out what the cause of the fire was that destroyed our home, that was almost as shocking as the fire itself. Here's something that we have been doing for many, many years, charging our batteries, using our wireless tools, our cordless tools, and And here that very thing we've been doing all these years basically burned our home down. And as I talk to people and tell them what happened, their first reaction is, oh my goodness, I have 3 batteries charging right now, or I have 100 of these in my shop, or whatever their comments are. But everyone I talk to mentioned how they have battery in their home or in their garage or in their shop. And I thought, something needs to happen here. We need to talk about this. This is serious. And then when the fire marshals tell me that several fires they have been on recently have been lithium batteries, I realized that this is almost a pandemic of itself. And you know, we need to get the word out so everyone knows, and people can pay attention to that. You know, you have to take it minute by minute, day by day, truly. But our overall goal is to clean up and then have an engineer come and evaluate the cement. And if we can save it, we will, and we'll build on top of the old foundation. If we can't, we'll tear it out and we'll rebuild our home right here. Start completely from scratch. We're moving forward. We decided we have families and groups and individuals scheduled all summer long, and rather than make them change their plans, we're just going to move forward. They won't be able to come into the house when they're sick. They won't be able to put things in the garage. We'll miss all those things, but everyone's here coming that was scheduled. As we speak, there's a youth conference going on in this part of the yard and a girls camp going on in this part of the yard, and there's 80 plus people here enjoying themselves. But yeah, we're going ahead with the full schedule that she had planned out for the year. So
We thought we love to visit with them, and we would miss that. We want to visit, and maybe occasionally they'll feed us too.
Well, yeah, I mean, really, that's why we're going ahead, so somebody will feed us during the summer months, you know, that's the plan. So they tell me, we weren't here, but when the fire was raging, you could hardly find a parking place in this whole big area, because so many people the neighbors were here wanting to help, wanting to do anything they could. My biggest fear from a long distance, being told a little bit here and there about what was going on, was somebody was going to get crazy and try to save something out of the house and end up injured. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The neighbors have been amazing. There's also a story about somebody driving by on the freeway seeing the smoke, and he pulled up here and he couldn't get very close to the house, so that somebody seen him running towards the house, wanting to know how he could help. And along with several other close neighbors, broke down the front door and did save a few items out of the house, including a curio cabinet that she's admired for many years.
Okay, me.
And yeah. Anyway, but just the support and the help from neighbors. A lot of this equipment you see in the yard that's helping us clean up is stuff neighbors have either brought over or loaned to us.
We want to thank those that did come in the house and grab stuff and risk their lives and got more than I thought they would. I'm so grateful for what they got out.
There's just been an outpouring, truly, of so many people, and some we don't even know, and they've offered time, money, effort. Right behind us, there's a young man and a dear friend that we've known for many years that just showed up and wanted to volunteer to do anything to help, and that's a pretty constant theme throughout this whole process, has been people wanting to help and willing to come, and we're so grateful for that. One of the things that we have realized once again in our lives is this behind us is stuff, and it can be rebuilt. But what is really important is our relationships. What is our relationships with each other? What about family, and how close are we, and where is our love, and what is my relationship with my neighbor, with the stranger on the street? Those are the things that are really going to matter. What is my relationship with God? That's the sort of thing you can't rebuild. You can't start over. You have to live in the moment. That's what's important, and I think this just is another reminder for us of what really is important.